everyone, to the Paladin Ski. Hope you guys are having a good start to your Saturday. It's a nice morning. And we're back with some more Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, I got your breakfast over there. We fought the... Yeah, we did. There were a few hunts. Such a stupid move. Alright, we found Bernard.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats stacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And, if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to positive.
But you're a
when we
dab
ended
hand
off
when it
last
comes to
because
dealing with
I knew we were
beasts
going to
and
be fighting a
vogels,
bunch.
ain't you? Any chance you could...
It's the least I can do.
well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Off to slaughtering. Let's do it. Let's see how many we can get here.
This shouldn't take long.
One, dang. Got him. Ooh, look at that. Look at that slash. Boom. That's good stuff.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Well, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of its little list.
I'm going to go speak with Min. See what it takes to upgrade 2000. Okay, we're not there yet. We're only at 1672.
The little ones have been up to their old...
The Littons. The little uns. The little uns. Still trying to learn that word. Because I can use that when I play D&D.
shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Alright, let's go talk to Mid and see what she wants.
All right, Clive. You've all done then.
Sure, we're just trying to get a workshop set up.
I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work.
Good old
I can't wait.
Is it Bernard? We've been saying Bernard, and she goes and says Bernard. And I prefer Bernard over Bernard, because Bernard's a stupid way of saying Bernard. And Bernard, at least, is a nicer way of saying Bernard. The name is spelled Bernard. It should have just been Bernard. Okay, I said what I said.
How Jill's faring?
Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor.
Yep.
He must have found something.
Because Gab's trying to figure out why Torgo can go Super Saiyan. I'm gonna talk to you.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way.
There must be some other way.
My lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain.
And that's where we come in.
Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
He does seem desperate.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows her blood like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Easy enough. Prioritize the quest. We'll go pick up the other side quest that's here. And move on with our day.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolus amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
That's a fair point.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Yeah, it's a fair point. So, they're fighting as a group here at the Hideaway for this freedom for bearers to be able to live amongst the general population with a considered... Oh, so sorry. My dog's trying to throw toys at my feet. He dropped one, and I knew he was going to jump over. So I hope that didn't, scream into the mic. My headset hit my little muffle filter here. So the people at the Hideaway are fighting for inequality for bearers. And bearers are obviously, these are branded individuals who have been gifted by some unknown source. I'm not sure yet how they get this, but they're able to use magic without the assistance of the crystals. And so as a result of that, because the world is built upon the using of these crystals, they're viewed... Even though that would be seen as like a gift, it actually becomes something that is marked against them. The crystalline orthodoxy views it as a form of abomination, and so they brand them so that you know who they are. They were never supposed to be branded. They're just people that can use magic without crystals. So they got branded, and that was a mark, a demarcation that indicated who was, I guess based because on the fact that the Orthodoxy considers it heresy, who's pure and who's impure. And that's a very, that's a very, very...
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers.
Natural way. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be, but it's how human beings think. We find these lines of demarcation between the pure and the impure, and then we treat people based on that. It all boils down to an inherent human pride that is rampant in our species to kind of fulfill this Darwinian strive for perpetuity. And so part of the kind of the Darwinian philosophy, and not based on what naturally taught, but that comes as a byproduct of the ideas of natural selection, is that unfortunately that means that might makes right. Because if the world naturally selects based on whatever categories it deems successful, it naturally selects that which can continue and that which cannot, then if you have some of those qualities, you can influence the natural selection by forcing it to happen. And yet in the same breath, by forcing the natural selection to happen, you are manifesting the natural selection. You're making it happen. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Alright, we had the Flan Prince. We have a hunt that I knew was here. So this guy's a little hidden boy.
Take us unawares, did he? Let's try. Well done, Tom.
Better dodging thing. really, they're pretty easy to fight. The only problem is I'm absolutely biffing all of my dodges. Die here. There we go. It's only 3,000 damage. We should have leveled up here. Yep. Nice. Level 33. Alright, there we go. Gelatinous mask. We needed that.
Well, it's dead now.
But we're gonna go to the Dragon's Eyrie for Cole's party first. We'll start from the Dragon's Eyrie. I just think that'd be an easier starting point for us. So that's what we'll do. Super simple.
Me back on me. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers' carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastman gets to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Alright, Operation Free some stuff. Oh, nice.
They're
Goblins.
trying to get into the carriage.
Blind justice on him. Probably not the best time to do it. There we go, 25,286 damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. We almost have our 2,000 points that we need to upgrade our limit break. This close.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Alright, we did it. We saved them. And they will go back to the hideaway where they will live the rest of their lives free. But not really free, but free. I just love, look at this. You can see the sun reflecting off the water. They did a beautiful job with all the graphics here. Right up water side. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm trying to enjoy a moment here. Right here you can actually step in the water. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, look at it. Amazing. Nice. Alright, let's head back to the hideaway. Let's go ahead and fly this way. Quests in. We'll talk to.
The Litlins have been up to their own tricks.
Yep, she's still saying it. I'll learn it. The little ones. The little ones.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Now I go talk to Rodriguez. Yeah, the biggest thing with the curse breakers here is obviously
Welcome
like,
to the Patron's Whisper.
The severity
Your
of their
benefactors
fight,
are
their
a generous
cause.
lot. Here
It's
you
gonna
are.
put them in pretty
All
dangerous
done?
situations, and they can't. I didn't realize there were notes attached to those.
How may I help you today, client?
Oh my goodness. You merry band of outlaws and dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We've gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again. The blood axes, such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particular enamored sort left this on my nightstand. May it serve you better than it did him, a busy courtesan. It used to be that I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold or the Curl and the Serving Girl, but now all anyone wants to hear of is Sid the Outlaw. You have made me a very rich friend, my man, a merry mummer. They say it is your men who keep the roads free of beasts and bandits, and as one whose livelihood is reliant on safe passage from market to market, my chocobos and I thank you, a concerned caravaneer. Not long ago, I was accosted by footpads as I walked the gilded path and would have perished alone in the desert. Had not the cursebreakers come to my aid, I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Traveling Terpsichorean.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Hello, Rodriguez.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
I'll hand it over.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Talia trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death.
It's pretty
And
weighty.
even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
Correct.
They're willing
to fight.
to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Alright, so now we go speak with Gav in the shelves. Gav has been trying to figure out what is with Torgal because he was able to go Super Saiyan in our fight against the Dalmex in Rosalith. Because when we go Limit Break, he goes Limit Break.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something.
Doing the
about
random odd job.
Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir, you're in my
Fenrir
game.
the Frostwolf.
Way to go, buddy. Good job. My own dog made it into the game.
The annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for
It's fair.
Torgal
She would have gotten her
blasting
head chopped
those
off by an
bastards to
axe.
Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
Way to go, buddy.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
One solid whoop.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health.
Still waking up slowly.
Why, the
I
beast
love
has
it.
the appetite
It's a
of
nice
behemoth.
Saturday morning.
Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my
It just
nuts.
takes a little bit of time. Oh,
There
there's
you
Mid.
are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Here we go. We're going to get a fully functioning workshop. And by that I mean we get a staircase. Yes! We got a staircase. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, there it is. We did it. So that stone tablet, I think, as like a table, that slab is dope.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
And obviously there's variety of shelves, there's different
Well, I couldn't have
storage
done it without
areas.
you. You and everyone else.
Good stuff.
But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
But I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Nice. Yeah, we still got a wild Hugo Kupka to kill. Which we're going to find out that he's going back to, obviously, Dalmekia, because that's where he's from. So now we're going to be able to start heading into the desert.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
One solid guest. I believe is Lord Byron. His uncle. Yep. There he is, Lord Byron Rossfield.
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tub a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Quite unannounced. And meanwhile, this is the Crystalline Orthodoxy, Twinside, which is now part of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. This is their new seat of the Imperial Court because they've relocated.
Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported. Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the
Oh yes, so Annabelle, Lady Annabelle was the one who dealt with Hugo, basically saying like, hey, I know what you can do to go get a riot inside of Clive, I know you want to kill him. And they're passing the credit to Olivier, and this kid can't help but just hug his mom's lap, because he's like one of those little sheltered... Look at him. He's literally cradling his mom's lap in the middle of the Imperial Court.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when
Dion
the
does
Dalmecs
not
will
like it.
withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
Hello there.
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So
Ooh.
let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance?
Collateral.
If the
He
fighting
doesn't
spread
care.
to the city proper,
He doesn't
the
care.
people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Imagine treating them like
Every home that
cattle.
burns, another
They're
can be
dispensable.
built. The Empire will live on.
Dion doesn't like that at all. He's too noble.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
He does not like that at all. The idea of just letting people die needlessly. Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be him turning into Bahamut, and going on rampage, and a lot of people are going to die. And that's... no. That's a no-no for him. That's what I'm saying, buddy. And fixed a flower to his armor. Nice work, Dad.
Prepare for battle.
Dad of the...
Sire.
Oh. Dad of the year.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Oh, he does not like her. He doesn't like his new stepmom.
May Greg forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true.
But
you disappoint me, Dion.
You're turning into self-fulfilling prophecy because you're forcing him to go against his noble virtues. And by making him do things that he is very evidently against, it is only natural that he would stand up against it at some point. Like, you can't call it a betrayal. I mean, I guess you could. But it's not really a betrayal. The person that's truly betraying him is
only one way to find out.
His father. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why the shadows of betrayal show high over him. It's not because Dion is doing the betraying, but because Dion is being betrayed. That would be really interesting. That'd be a good take on that.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith at Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Dang. That was a number they had not expected.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Coco withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
We did. We chopped his hands off.
What do you think, Vivian?
It was fun.
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
Oh, to get his hands back.
But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose.
Okay.
Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat.
We knew that because their Lord Commander was the one that picked him up.
Life on it.
Because after we chopped his hands off, the Waludian Royal Commander literally picked him up.
So it was the
carried him off.
Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Okay. I didn't know Drake's Fang happened to be Rome.
Part of the way.
Alright, okay.
As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Alright, let's speak to Vivian real quick.
And how may I assist you today?
We have a few things about the state
How
of the
may I
realm that we
help
can
you
cover.
today?
So big things to the Grand Cast is obviously here we have a mistrusting relationship between Dion to his father. It hasn't formally formed, it's in the works, but his father definitely mistrusts Dion. So we know that. We know that as well. Any other major... No. And then we have the situation map, which we can go over basically everything that they've been talking about. So we know here that we have to go from the hideaway. We're going to need to head to Drake's Fang. So we're kind of fully aware with that.
Thus ends today's lesson. Here for another of my
We're going to ask
lectures.
about mid.
We met under curious
We met under curious circumstances. I think it is fair to say it was during my time at the university. I had returned to my lecture hall to collect some notes and discover Mid crouched under the lectern, sketching some design or other by candlelight. It transpired that she had fashioned a key and had been using my classroom as her own secret study, a place of quiet refuge from overzealous tutors and the like. Naturally, I insisted she leave, but Mid being Mid, she refused to take no for an answer, and before I knew it, I had not only allowed her to continue her late-night studies, but had agreed to take her on as a pupil into the bargain. Though I soon wished I hadn't, her refusal to defer to authority was no less evident in my lectures. Was this my reward for years of painstaking study, I wonder? To be teased and tormented by some oil-stained stripling who seemed to delight in my discomfort. Still, our time together was not entirely disagreeable, not least because it was she who unearthed a plot against my life and encouraged you to come and whisk me away to safety. And so I came to take refuge in your base of operations, just as she once did in mine. We're going to ask about Byron.
Lord
Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, Protector of Port Isolde, and your uncle, no less. I heard tell he was an adventurous soul, and journeying alone to the secret lair of the villainous of the outlaw would certainly seem to give truth to such rumors. He will make a valuable ally, and a generous one, I hope, and his connections among the nobility will surely prove useful.
Why?
Why, perhaps we will soon be inviting the heads of the remaining high houses to a grand soiree. Is that how you pronounce that? Soiree? I think it's soiree. Soiree. Yeah, soiree. Here, we're gonna play it. Soiree. Soiree. Yep, a soiree is a banquet. It is a party. Nice. We learned a good word today.
Your nemesis
Soiree.
awaits, Clive.
I think you pronounced the
You
R.
have merely to cross a burning desert,
Soir.
then worm your way into the
Soiree.
bowels of an enemy fortress.
Soiree.
Best of luck.
A great soiree. A what? A soiree. Alright, speak with Otto.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The lands around the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Alright. We've learned about the soiree.
How may I help you today, Clive? May the goddess go with you.
Okay, I'm glad that not everyone has something to say immediately after, like Lord Byron does. Like, after Lord Byron arrives, then you have Vivian being like, oh, about Lord Byron.
We
So
shall.
I'm glad that not
Come,
everyone
let
in
us
the hideaway
away
has
to
that.
adventure.
So he's gonna head with us. Before we continue, there's just a thing at the hideaway that I want to do real quick. So we're gonna do that first.
Who's this blue?
What do you need? What's St. Fornian, do you?
I think it's Scarletite.
And?
Okay, never mind. To the Velcroy Desert. So we did start early today, so that does mean technically that we're going to be ending early. We don't have too much more time left. I have a very, very busy day today. A good buddy of mine is, we're celebrating his birthday, and I have a few more things that I want to get done prior to that, so we have a bit more. And I'm thinking what we can do is at least get to Dollar Mill, because it's a bit of a hike.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
But we'll see how the clock plays out.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Alright, let's do it. Into the desert.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sand.
Ooh, right through the giant scorpion body. Kill the scorpion? No.
Titan! Commit!
Some years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there. But you slipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elrin fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Little pit stop, nice and shaded. Probably helps out the chocobos a ton. And we got Dalamil just up ahead. Could have done that in the air. Dump chocobos.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
That's rude. Let my man in. Uh-oh.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your pal. Oh, they're trying to. Yeah, they're setting their little aliases. Oh, we're like right next to Joshua. Uh-oh.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble.
We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way
Yep, these
just
are the
to save that
Waluters.
blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uh-oh.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
He's just chugging his food.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
I'll take care of the Waluters. He's like, let me finish eating. Oh no. What's up, man? How's it going, guys? Let's go ahead and throw a
Try it.
Royal Lost Prayers.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Well done. Done. Get ready. Alright, get our blood behind.
For your trouble. Word of
Graceful.
advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
My nephew here just destroyed parts of your tavern, but your soup could use more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
The Phoenix.
Clive?
He's gone. But he ate.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
That's the... Well, that obviously wasn't nothing look. But I probably can't press that a bit further. Alright.
Well, we didn't know where to find...
That being said, we're at a pretty good spot here, so we are gonna go ahead and leave it be. I'm gonna save it here and we'll call it for today. A smaller stream than our normal Saturdays, but we had to start early because we had to end early. I got a busy day today and I want to be able to get to it. So thank you everyone who decided to show up. Have a great rest of your weekend. Atronach, as always, thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great weekend as well. Enjoy time with your family. I'll be back on Monday, so we have our couch co-op, which is my D&D stream. We'll go ahead and throw them a quick shout out. Boom. So, the Couch Co-op 5e, you can find us over on YouTube. We stream live on Twitch. Did I click the caps button? I didn't. Okay, we're good. You can find us on Twitch. There's the link below. But you can also find us on YouTube at the Couch Co-op 5e. That's where all our videos go. We just uploaded another episode. I think we're on episode 15 starting Monday, so it's going to be fun. But yeah, we'll see you. I'll be back on stream Tuesday, so I'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll be back. So have a good one.
Yeah.